So in a world where QA teams are being asked to do more with less and less resources, more and more I find myself talking about high leverage activities versus low leverage activities. And one of the highest leverage activities you can possibly do is make stable locators and stable front ends. Luckily with AI, that has become easier than ever before. Adding test IDs or adding accessibility attributes to the front end now can work no matter how large the code base is. I've done it in literally hundreds of code bases. So today I want to show you how easy it is and the impact it can have on tests in making them more stable and more efficient to build and run. Okay, so we've all, for years in the world of test automation, fought locators, right? We have bad locators with dot firsts, or we have get by placeholders. And like Playwright and these other more modern frameworks have made it easier, right? They've made a ton of more flexible ways of doing locators. They've added all your get bys and et cetera. But locators are still like remarkably annoying to do, mostly because front end developers, I think, generally are very loose when it comes to best practice. So what I want to show you now is on the surface, I guess wildly dumb when you see how easy it is, but it just works. And actually, weirdly speaking, the sort of challenge is no longer the tech. It's frankly getting your organization on board with the idea that someone with a QA title or an SDET title should be allowed to touch the front end code. But basically, all you have to do is you would say, add test IDs to the front end code and update the test to use them. And then we will go and do this. And all of these bad locators that are just going to be here will be replaced by test IDs. Now you could do this with accessibility attributes. You could do this with anything you want. But the point that I want to get to is that I have, once again, done this in hundreds of suites and demos, and it doesn't mess up. AI at this point is smart enough to be able to add stuff to HTML code and, largely speaking, not change anything. And in this case, you can actually see it's even identified that there's already test IDs there, and it's not needing to add any more. And so all it's going to do is update the test to use them, right? So not only did it was smart enough to not go ahead and add duplicate stuff, it's going to do this. Now, the other cool thing about this is it's generally good enough too to recognize like what are all the areas it needs for page object models and these other things. So like I don't have to define add a test ID for this object or add a test ID for this object. I just tell it add all the test IDs I'll need for this page, and it's accurate beyond belief in terms of its ability to add test IDs. So this is an example of high leverage versus low leverage activities. The low leverage activity is trying to create all these wonky test ID, or wonky locators and different things to try to get to different objects. The high leverage activity is just add the test IDs, and now your test automation is exponentially more stable. Yeah, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit me up. I'll be doing a video a day. And yeah, if you have any other ideas, hit me up. Talk soon.